Morning, everybody. 8th of July, and another day in my daily diaries of how I look after my wife with Parkinson's with dementia. Last night was a pretty good night, actually. Got Angie to bed about 11 o'clock because, again, she was tired all evening. Properly tired, not just doing the eyes closed thing, properly tired. I give her some cake and ice cream about 9 o'clock-ish. And she loves the cake and ice cream, but she even left some of that because she'd fell asleep while she was trying to feed herself with it. A lot of it down her front, down her bib, but so I thought, well, when Angie leaves the cake and ice cream, she's tired. I know she's tired if she's leaving that. So I kept asking. I made her a brew to go with it, and then said, so I'll give her a tablets about 10:30, and by the time they'd kicked in, and because one of the tablets she takes before she goes to bed, it's a slow release for the Parkinson's, so she's not up all night and waking up, because she takes them with 4-hour intervals. But one of them's also the anti-anxiety tablet for the day after, which does act as a bit of a sleeping pill. So I know you won't think it's some nights because she's up and down, she doesn't sleep, but I could see him kicking in last night. So about 11 o'clock I got her to bed, got her in bed fairly easy, turned her on her side, and she was more or less gone before I'd come out of the bedroom. I watched on my camera a couple of times, and no movement at all. I got to bed at about 11:15 by the time I'd done. Finished my JD and put my pots away and done what you do, and then got in bed. Nothing. I woke up myself a couple of times just to check, because why is she not waking me up? And no, she's been fine all night. So fingers crossed. I give her tablets at 8 o'clock. Just changed a nightie because it was a bit damp. That was all. It wasn't wet through, but I thought I'll change it anyway and put her back in bed. And then I'm going to get her up. I said I'll try her around about 10 o'clock. Hopefully she'll get up then. If not, I'll get her up with the 12 o'clock tablets, because we're going out doing a bit of shopping. We're going to spend. It's got some. It was a birthday Saturday, so I've got some money for her, just to go and spend. So we're going to go and get some new clothes for her, because all the clothes she's got now, they're falling off her. So we'll get some, some summer clothes, and this afternoon go out for a coffee and a scone and a cake or something as well. So yeah, that's our plan for today, and I'm going to insist on it today. So no excuse for her to stay in bed. When I picked her up yesterday from the day centre, again she wasn't with it. She was, she's got that look about her what you see in daycare centres. Sometimes when you see the older folk in there. She was chatting away to Karen, again, one of the workers there, that she's took her under her wing. I've mentioned that before. But even Karen said she's seen a massive difference in her since she's been going. And she's only been going since, what was it, February? So February, March, April, May, June. So it's only like 4 months, if that. And she could hold her like a good conversation with Karen when she first started going, and now it's, so even Karen noticed it, and Karen obviously working in that field. So strange. And then we went over to Angie's sisters for our usual brew. And even Marilyn said, is this every day? I just said, yeah, this is the norm now. So I think Marilyn was a bit shocked. So let's hope, fingers crossed, she's not as bad today, and she'll enjoy it. See, the other thing is, because they have that facial, they don't have a facial expression, the Parkinson's mask, as it's called. So there's no expression. You don't know whether she's enjoying what she's doing or she's not enjoying what she's doing. It's just a no expression whatsoever. There's no, occasionally when she has a laugh, she can get that smile and a laugh, but there's no, apart from that, there's no, like when he says, oh, none of that type of stuff. So it's hard to determine sometimes whether, but I just keep doing it anyway. So it's better than sitting in. I'm not going to do that every single day. It's no good for either of us, but she'd just end up vegetating if I did that. So I've got to get her out. And it's like tomorrow we not go out because of the cleaner and the social the care worker, the outreach worker coming sitting in with her while I go do my shopping. Thursday we normally have that volunteer sitter, but we're actually going up to some friends up in Carnforth, I think it is, up near the lakes anyway, about an hour's drive from here. So me and Angie and Marilyn and her chap, Ches. So that'll be something different to do, again. So, but again, it'll probably tire her out. So we'll see what happens on Friday. Whether we get another Friday like last Friday where we don't get out. And I was thinking last night, when like last Friday when she stayed in bed, she didn't get up till late in the afternoon, and then Sunday, she went to bed Saturday night and stayed in bed and didn't get up till Monday morning. And sometimes I don't know. Glad's probably not the right word, but sometimes I don't know what the right word is. But when she's in bed all day, and I seem to get a bit of quiet time to myself, and glad, and sometimes I feel glad about it. Am I wrong? Because, I can't get to do anything. I can't get my saxophone out and start playing on that again because, she's in the next room type of thing. So, but just generally when I say I'm glad, it's like I don't have to be vigilant, and I'm not watching and wondering and looking over my shoulder and have you got this, have you got that, and you do this or do that, let me do this for you, and I've got, is she going to fall, what's she doing, da, 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 da. Angie coming up your eyes, I'm not constantly doing that. So glad probably is the right word, but then I feel guilty for feeling glad about it. I don't know. It's very lethargic again all evening. Like I said, I rung the. We used to have an OT, an occupational therapist, come in monitoring, and she's got us an handrail put up and that sort of stuff, and she's got Angie a walker. When she needed a walker, she got that and other things that you need around the house. And then after a while, she said, well, at the moment, there's nothing else, you need. So, I'll not bother, because she used to come once a fortnight, going back a couple of months. So yesterday I rang up. I want to start, speaking to people now because I need extra, I need some help. Or maybe get some help around the house. I don't know what they could do. I mean, I don't need any more handrails and that sort of stuff, but I thought I'll speak to him. So I rung the number I had for Natalie, she were called. Of course, it's an office number. Oh, just a minute, let me take your details. Da, 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 da. Oh, because she's not been for a couple of months. Now you're out of the system. Why? I mean, it's not. But by putting handrails up and giving her a walker and this whatever else she gives us hasn't made it okay. She's not gone better, and surely the diseases that she's got, the Parkinson's with dementia, it's obvious it's only going to get worse, and I'm going to start needing more help. Why am I now out of the system? It's just the way it works. You need to get a referral to come back to us. God's sake! So I phones the doctor. So gets through to the doctors eventually. Oh no, we don't refer you. Right, so who refers you? Yourself or Angela? Well, Angela can't refer herself. I've got power of attorney. Well, you have to do it. Right, okay, so how? Well, here's a number, ring this number. 0300, whatever it is. So rings out, and of course you're in the queue, and it's press this, press 1 for this, press 2 for that, and you end up in a queue. This fella picks it up, sounding like he's had a bad day. He didn't get the, you've got the customer service skills of a dead frog off me, because he wasn't that bad. So it goes all through detail. It goes through, blah, 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 blah. Oh, just a minute. Where's your postcode? Oh, you don't actually come under filed. You don't come under filed. You come under Blackpool. And I pay my council tax to. Oh no, well, it's out of our. So you need to speak to. This is after about 40 minutes now on the phone. So he gives me another number. So I get that number. Starts ringing that again. Press 1 for this. Press 2 for that. I didn't get to speak to anybody. I was still number 5 in the queue when I had to go and pick Angie up. So I've got to start all that rigmarole again this morning, or today at some point. And I thought, the best thing to do would have been just to go and buy 2 cheap flights to France and come back on a bleeding dinghy. I bet I'd get seen to then. Doesn't it infuriate you? Doesn't it infuriate you? It pisses me off. Right, I'm not going to go on for a rant. No, but no, I don't want to get my head screwed up. I want to try and stay positive today. Yeah, so I've got Angie's breakfast already, all cut up ready. I don't know what time it is. I can't see my clock from here. So I'll go and have a look and get her up at 10ish, like I said, hopefully. And if she gets up, I can get her fed, wash and dress, and we can be out for 12. Other than that, we'll probably be out. I'll get up at 12 and do the same. Get out for 1:30, a few hours, so, and then come back. Yeah, so that's me done for today. I'll do another one tomorrow, and again, I'm sick of, you're probably sick of me saying the same thing at the end of each one, but please do the usual and press your like button, follow me, share these videos, and get it out there to as many people as you can. Just to make people understand, what it's like being a carer of people that need caring for. It doesn't have to be Parkinson's. Obviously, I like to get the info out there about the Parkinson's, because I keep going on about that as well. And again, I've not mentioned for a while, but if you have got Parkinson's, or you're caring for somebody with Parkinson's, remember the medication, exercise and diet in that order. The exercise is an absolute must. You've got to keep the exercise going. The carers can make sure you got your medication in time. They can make sure your diet's okay, but they cannot do the exercises for you. You have to do your exercises. Just half an hour a day. Gentle. Stretches, stand up, sit down, bending, arms up, legs, feet, twisting your ankles. Keep your joints going. Right, so you do your usuals, please. Like me, follow me, share it. And I'll do another one tomorrow. So, okay, you take care now. Bye.